Hello, I am Barry Jennings, a Ramsey Preferred Coach in York, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the maiden voyage of my YouTube channel, Soul Without Fear. I am going to bring delightful financial insights to you about money and teach you how to move at the speed of cash. A little legal housekeeping is in order. I am not an employee of Ramsey Solutions. The views I share of Financial Peace University, the Every Dollar app, or other products belonging to Lampo Licensing LLC are my own based on my experience and personal interaction. I promise that throughout this first video about budgets and some terms associated with it, I will try very hard to contain my excitement. As an example, I'm so excited I went through this video once and forgot to hit record. I feel there is much interest in budgets, but mostly pertaining to rental cars. Google lists more than 1.9 billion results in its search engine, and this single word is searched more than 1.2 million times each month. Other than the clarity of a rental car, I believe there are many questions about budgets. To show you what I mean, let's look at what Wikipedia says. A budget is a financial plan for a defined period, often 1 year. Side note here, who budgets for a year? The government? Now I understand the lack of clarity and why so many Americans are broke. It continues that it may also include planned sales volumes and revenues, resource quantities, costs and expenses, assets, liabilities, and cash flows. Companies, governments, families, and other organizations use it to express strategic plans of activities or events in measurable terms. It says a budget is the sum of money allocated for a particular purpose and the summary of intended expenditures along with proposals for how to meet them. It may include a budget surplus, providing money for use at a future time, or a deficit in which expenses exceed income. I really hope that makes things clear for you. It almost makes me want to stop. Maybe to help sort through this, I will compare that with the definition from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. It says a budget is a statement of the financial position of an administration, as of a nation, for a definite period of time based on estimates of expenditures during the period and proposals for financing them. Here we go with a national context again. It's really no wonder why we have so much debt. The definition says to finance your expenditures and make yearly budgets. It works so well, we have $13 trillion of debt, according to Money.com. I am going to use my simple mind and try to pull the important things from these definitions and distill them into something that works for us average Americans. A budget is a financial plan. Good. We are all financial planners. Now I understand why there's so much student loan debt. Financial planners need college degrees and numerous licenses and designations. I think this could be a sign of someone overthinking things. Financial planners don't plan to go broke, we just fail to plan. Next, a budget is for a defined period. We can't go with a year. Who reads a book of numbers that is several hundred pages long? No one. Look at how that works for the government. That is too extreme. So is the thought of a week or every 2 weeks. This amount of time is known as living paycheck to paycheck. There is no plan, only reacting. We need to settle for something between the extremes. It's called a month. Bills and bank statements are monthly. It makes sense for us to use this as our defined period. Going on, a budget is a statement of revenues, income, allocated for a particular purpose and a summary of intended expenditures, expenses. This is where it all comes together. We put on our financial planner hats, summarize our upcoming month's expenses, and decide how we are going to intentionally assign our income a particular purpose for that month. This brings everything into a simple and manageable concept. It means that a budget is a monthly financial plan where we intentionally assign a purpose to each dollar of our income to meet an intended expense. I think that should be easy enough to understand and handle, especially when we work to make the budget equal zero. The hard part of a budget could be getting it to equal zero. Surplus money needs to be used to cover future deficits. We have tools for this within the Baby Steps of Financial Peace University, and when we get better at budgeting, we have another tool, the sinking fund. In baby step 1, we save $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. These emergencies are unforeseen budget deficits. Baby step 2 is eliminating debt using the debt snowball. This works to increase our budget surpluses. Baby step 3, fully funding the emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of expenses, is further protection from unforeseen deficits, emergencies. Sinking funds are used to plan for known and expected deficits by sinking surplus funds into them until needed. They are set up and funded for specific purposes for set amounts of time. It isn't a nameless savings account. I truly hope this video has helped you cut through the fog around budgets. Remember, we have come to the understanding that a budget is a monthly financial plan where we intentionally assign a purpose to each dollar of our income to meet our intended expenses until it equals zero. If this video provided you with any service, feel free to like it below and subscribe for my following videos as we journey deeper into the amazing world of a budget. If you know anyone who would benefit from this information, feel free to share it with them. Finally, you may always comment below about my ability or inability to contain my excitement about this dynamic and thrilling topic. Thank you for your time and patience. God bless.